Welcome back, Mr. Goodberry. The First Star Logistics studio is fully equipped and ready to record.
Welcome back to Bengals On The Brain, presented by First Star Logistics. I'm your host, Joe Goodberry, and the Bengals have made a couple signings on day one of free agency, as expected. I know we get pretty negative, and I was screaming the whole day on day one of free agency, and people are like, I can't believe you guys do this. They're never going to sign anyone. And every single year, since we've been doing this in 2020, they have signed multiple people on day one. Actually, 1 year it was just one person. But every year it's multiple players. And so they did it again. Nothing crazy. And then I see on the other end of the spectrum, people are really excited over Bryan Cook and Boye Mafe. I like both players. I've done film reviews on both. For subscribers on Twitter, I plan to do the film for you guys as well. We could dive in a little bit deeper than I can here than what I can do on Twitter. But people are really excited, like, oh, Joe Burrow must have gotten through to the Bengals finally. And I'm like, there's no evidence of that so far. I wouldn't go that far. I mean, we have some C and B level players that you've added in free agency on contract structures that fit what the Bengals typically do. They didn't do multiple years guarantee, right? They didn't go and do anything outrageous. They found players that would fit what they typically offer. And that's what you have to do. So that's the other part of it when we're talking going into free agency. Which guys will take a Bengals-like contract? Devin Lloyd signed with the Panthers. Didn't take the Bengals contract if they were involved, right? And he got $15 million a year. Wouldn't settle for less guarantees. He took the $25 million guarantees from the Panthers. So it's all about finding the guys that will do it that are also good. And it's not going to be every player in free agency. And there's still a ton of guys out there. As the time I'm recording this, I waited as long as I could to record this and get it uploaded Monday night. So we're going to watch some Bryan Cook film tonight and see what he can and can't do. And he's a guy that scored really well for PFF this year, a top 10 safety. First year really reaching that upper echelon of safety. Safety grading can be, a bit wavy. But he has been, the consistent part is he's been a very good tackler throughout his career. And he's gotten better in the run game every single year. And this was the first year where he graded really well in coverage, especially man coverage. So we'll get to some coverage snaps. We'll start off first with his 21 defensive stops. Let's see him versus the run, versus tackling and coverage. A stop constitutes a loss for the offense. So if it's 3rd and 6 and you don't get 6 and that defender, Bryan Cook, made the tackle, that's a defensive stop, right? Does that make sense? So let's get his 21 defensive stops from 2025. Number 6 here, the safety closest to us walking up into the box, communicating with his linebacker potentially, is Bryan Cook, number 6 out of University of Cincinnati. Looks like he potentially covering the tight end. We got kind of a bunch here, and it's a run play. See how quickly he fills this run, right? From decent depth, because he's got to back up once he realizes what's happening, and now he sees it here. He's like, oh yeah, that's a run. Look how quickly he starts coming downhill to defend this run. Gets underneath the pulling lineman and makes the tackle at the line of scrimmage. It gets a 1-yard gain. It goes down 4 on the official scorecard. But watch from the other angle here. We'll see Cook, number 6, coming down. Yeah, I love the way he dives underneath 75 right here that wants to take him out and throws the shoulder in. Very strong tackler. You see one arm around the hip, one around the knee, shin area of the other leg. You're not going very far when you wrap up like that. Bryan Cook, just if you say Geno Stone to Bryan Cook in terms of tackles, yeah, we're in another stratosphere. Bryan Cook's the deep safety on this side, closest to us. We got a blitz going that direction. He jumps up quickly here and says, okay, this would be normally a hot, but I think Hurts looked left first. And then Cook goes, okay, I've got another guy here that I'm going to have to hang out on. We're hooking here and coming behind like this. And quickly, so he had to open up here, and quickly he's going to come down and get on the underneath route. Very good in zone coverage there. Nice, solid hit for Bryan Cook right there on Devonta Smith. Hopefully we can get an angle of that, what I'm talking about. He'll be on the left side here. I don't know if we'll be able to see it from this one, from our end zone shot. But you can see the way he reads through everything real quickly and, flips his hips and turns to react to the guy underneath. He's the far safety this time over top of the slot. I would assume this guy's blitzing. Looks like he is. You're not hiding it. You might as well just go up there and blitz. And it's a run play for Cam Scatterbo. Looks like he's going to bounce it out, and he does. So Cook is with him. If you keep your eyes on Cook now, as he's reading this from a distance. Goes in, realizes Scatterbo's bouncing out, so he's going with it. And cuts him off from the front side. Drew Tranquil from the back. And Bryan Cook from the outside. Will we see him in the screen here before the play? I don't think so. He's going to be down to the right here. So he'll jump into the play once Scatterbo bounces out right there. And Wendell Robinson just completely did not see Bryan Cook coming. Never got a block on anyone. Cook's the deep single high safety here. Is that Derrick Henry? It looks like it. Cook's coming down, running the alley, and bang! I don't want to see what happens. I want to see him read him react to this. He's coming downhill. Look at his eyes focused in on it, and smack. Good shot, open field, Derrick Henry. Right? I mean, typically you don't see a safety take him head on like that and keep it to a minimal gain. Bam. Yeah, that's a good hit by Bryan Cook right there. Showing his physicality. Right side, or top of the screen. Dropping back into the deep free safety spot, single high safety. Another run here. He's got the backside all the way. You see how quickly he realizes we could potentially have a cutback with the tight end coming back against the grain here. Cook's not wasting his time going this way. He's coming straight down and looking for this. You see this guy coming in to block Chanel. You know that the gap is more than likely going to be right here between the tight end and the other tight end coming down this way. So Cook's on it right away. Breaks down. Good job breaking down right here. He could have went full speed through the hole, but he knows he's got to be a little bit more patient here because you'll get juked out of your socks by, I think that's ETN. And Cook does a really good job of keeping this to a 2-yard gain. Left side. You can just see how much better of a tackler and run defender, decision maker he is versus the run than Geno Stone, right, as your free safety. Yeah, it's a really good play. Strong tackler. I mean, when his hands get their grips on you, he doesn't miss. There's Cook here, closest to us. Heavy for the Lions. He's coming down with Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's getting the jet sweep. Good reaction timing on it. Again, he sees the game. He sees the plays from back here very quickly. See, right there. Amon-Ra St. Brown coming in motion right there. He remembers, we saw this on film. I need to shoot right now and get down there. And he does. Because if he waits too long, he doesn't get that stop. So that's a very heady play by Bryan Cook. Leo Chenal on the outside there as well. I'd really like Leo Chenal at the time of recording this. That is who I want the Bengals to pivot to at linebacker. Let's go. Get them both. Cook here. Yeah. He cuts guys' legs out so well. When he tackles low, he drives right through the hip, right through the knee, and just takes legs out. We got a screen pass here. He's coming down hard, splitting between the two defenders, and again, a low tackle. He's really good. You never see him tackling too high. That's where you feel like a lot of misses happen for players, tall guys. And Cook's over 6 foot. He's almost 6'1". So he's got some height on him. But he gets low and he drives through lower half of the ball carrier. He's a very fundamentally sound tackler. It's like how you teach it. Okay, I think this is him here. Closest to us. Quarterback keeper. Quarterback goes down before Cook gets there. Gain of 3. I want to see how fast he sees the option that the QB's keeping it. Like you get who's he talking to right there, right? Right there. Probably talking to the other corner to get ready for the outside run. Because there was no receiver on that side. Okay, top of the screen. Coming down already. Getting ready for that. Yeah, he's in zone here. He's got the flats. And you're kind of in a situation where if you want to check it down, he's here. But he's also peeking back here because if... Is that McLaurin? No, it's Debo. If Debo sets in this area, he's kind of has to drift to it, right? And we'll let the underneath guy take it. We'll come up and make a tackle. So you want to make sure that the deeper guy doesn't get this ball. The underneath guy gets it there. You see him flip his hips, pivot, and then not give up much after contact is made there. Keeps us to just a 3-yard gain. There we go. Just breaks down very, very well in space, right? I really wanted to highlight his tackling today in this review. I did an episode on all of his targets, I think it was, this past year. I did, not an episode, I did this for subscribers on Twitter. I didn't get to his tackling, but I was really impressed with it. And again, you can see we got a lot of screens. Buffalo loves the motion and then put Shakir in the slot to give him a quick screen. Cook knows this, and he's breaking down right away towards it. We have inside help here. We've got someone, Nick Bolton, coming this way. We've got someone setting the edge this way. You would think Shakir is going directly right here, so Cook's got to meet him in the hole if he can. And what happened, actually, it was a good block by Samuel. And Shakir sees this. Khalil Shakir sees this and is going to bounce out. So now Cook already filled the hole, and he's got to go out and he's got to meet Shakir, who's one of the better receivers after the catch. He does a really good job right there of filling that hole and then attacking once Shakir is in his tackle radius to fire his gun and wrap him up from a distance. We'll get a better look on this side. Right here. He's in the hole right there. And that's probably right on the edge of his tackle radius. Right? He's just getting the hip, just getting the leg of Shakir. Shakir's trying to stiff arm him. And he just drags him down from behind. Again, I think his grip strength is really, really good. Grabbing that jersey like that and able to pull him down. All right, top of the screen, safety. We're heavy for Buffalo, all tight ends. And we're running James Cook, and we got Bryan Cook coming down. Very patient. He sees the play. He doesn't get beat on play action too much either when I watch his coverage snaps. Gets to here, knows he's got time to break down a little bit to fill the hole. It's filled. James Cook got strung out a little bit by the penetration, so Bryan Cook's able to regather himself, force James Cook to cut back inside, and he makes the tackle there. All right, we'll get a good angle here of how wide that hole actually was. Cook coming up right here, filling this. You see him breaking down with James Cook. Again, outside of his tackle radius, very good tackle, lower half tackle again, right? He really aims for the hip to the ankle and wraps guys up with ease. Right? Closest to us. Coming down in the box here. We got a pitch out to Jonathan Taylor. And again, he is splitting this like the running back. You've got inside, you've got outside help, split that hole, knock the hand down. You're going to get stiff armed a lot, right? Knock that hand down, wrap around. Again, he's at the perimeter of his tackle radius, and then a little gator roll down around the ankles. Not in a dirty way. It's a very good tackle again, right? You're going to see some very this could be a, hey kids, let me show you how to tackle. Watch Bryan Cook. Like, that's his full reach, right? Sure helps to have your linebacker come over and help you out and finish it off. So, can't have anyone else jogging to the play like the Bengals had last year. This gives them their communicator back there. You can see he's the one making the checks for them. Another run. This is going to be a cutback situation. Taylor almost squirted through there. Cook fills it. Not really a big play by Cook here, but he was the one in getting to it and finishing it off. Okay, top of the screen. Everyone's communicating on that Chiefs defense, all calling it out, whatever's happening. Play action. This is a quick, a lot of teams do this. You're going to spot hook up this guy while putting him into the flats. Off of a play action is probably an RPO. Run pass option for the quarterback. Cook is already on it and start already heading to the outside, knowing he has to very least has to get outside contain to allow Leo Chenal and Nick Bolton to get back over. Instead, Cook just finishes it by taking out the lower half again when he tackles. All right, here's on the right side, bottom of the screen. We're going to see it once the play gets thrown. But he just cuts guys down pretty routinely here. You can't get lower than that. Took that guy's leg out. Ogletree, I think it was, at tight end. Okay, top of the screen. Going back to free. Nope. That tight end's coming back. He knew it too. He never looked committed. It looked like he knew that tight end was going to go a half motion and come back. And he's there to gather. The running back is together as the running back squirts out from behind this O-line here. You'll see Woody Marks get tied up here and they kind of bounce it out. And Cooks is just waiting for him, playing his gap, playing his responsibility. Right here. You would think this running back's just going to take this and you could come in this side. But he's got to protect right here. And he knows it. And there he is to fill and finish. Okay, top of the screen. Screen pass far away. He's going to get to this, make a tackle. This tackle, that's him just flowing through. He tried to punch that ball out too. I don't know if you saw that. Got a little banged up there. Right from a distance, maybe not so much. All right, closest to us, two deep safeties. Got a tight end over here. Looks like he potentially is covering. Yeah, again, similar to what we just saw earlier. RPO with a flat route attached to it. Cook's already getting over the top, getting there. Ball's caught and turned around. Where is he at? Where he is tackling as low to the ground as you possibly can. Nothing after the catch. 2-yard gain to Gunnar Helm. Pretty consistent the way he formed tackles around the knees and legs, right? I mean, just right there, if I could get a still shot on that. One hand on one leg, one hand on the other leg. Yeah. Closest to us. Run coming directly our way here. I assume this is going to squirt between here. So he's going to make the tackle here. Let's see it. He's just waiting, right? He sees it. He feels it too. Reading it, getting outside 1, 2, bang. Good, solid tackle. Left side, right behind my picture. Yeah, that's a solid tackle. Lots of solid tackles in today's film. Probably more than Geno Stone has had in the last 2 years with the Bengals. Should be right here where my arrow is. We've got multiple receivers on this side. Let's see how he covers. We got a screen pass. Here we go. Just playing his position this time. Multiple guys getting there. Bryan Cook has 2 Super Bowls with the Chiefs. Boye Mafe's got a Super Bowl, so we are going back to that. Ted Karras, Alex Kappa, day 1 free agency. All right, Cook closest to us. We got again, jet sweep. He's got to split the 2 right here, right? The receiver does. Cook is getting to that spot as well. And bang, nothing there. Yeah. Showing really good vision and understanding where the ball is going. I don't know which one he is here. It's got to be him right here, right? Yeah. He is playing almost like a linebacker box spot right here. He plays coverage very similarly. And what I mean by Cook plays in coverage very similar to what we just saw there on his run defense and tackling film is that he's a very heady player, can see things happening, is jumping routes and route combinations, knows how offenses are trying to attack him. He's very keen on those things and understands it. His ball skills are okay. His range is solid to good. I think solid's better than okay for like whatever these tiers are, right? That we make up sometimes when we're talking. But I think his range is solid to good. Not as elite as like a Jesse Bates. Better than Geno Stone. Ball skills, Geno Stone was better than Bryan Cook. But tackling and run defense, it's not even close. And he's a free safety that can do that. I think he spent 56% of his snaps at free safety this year. I think it was even more the previous season. A free safety that come down and tackle is nice to have. We saw it when Bates was here and how good of a tackler he was. Cook is similar in that way. And because he did other things, you did allow him to get into the box. You did allow him to cover a little bit more this year in man. It allows Jordan Battle to play some free safety as well. And he did a really good job at free safety last year. That was our first offseason film review, was Battle at free safety. Because I really thought the Bengals may go for a guy that could play in the box a little bit more and could cover. And they ended up not doing that. I think the pivot, if they didn't get Cook, was going to be Nick Cross, and Nick Cross would have filled that in what I was describing. But Cook, 26 years old, coming off his best season. You got him on a deal that's very reasonable. Jesse Bates 4 years ago gets $16 million. You're giving $13 million, so the percentage of the cap is much lower this time. You didn't have to give multiple years guaranteed money. It fits. And the year one cap hit, we do have that already, is $8 million. So 60% of his new APY, average per year, which is a good sign to see, because last year the Bengals gave like T. Higgins, I think it was 81%. He might have been 84%. And then Gesicki got a high number. BJ Hill got a high number. This is a good sign to see that the Bengals are trying to fit a few more players under the cap this offseason than what they would typically do. It's coming. I think they're going to spend more cash than cap. I still think we got more signings to happen. I didn't know how you guys would want this episode. Do you want Cook and Mafe in the same episode, or do you want to like spend time just talking about Bryan Cook? Friday's episode, we'll spend time talking about Boye Mafe. And if they sign someone else, or I expect probably one more signing by that Friday, maybe we'll fit it in with the Mafe video. But I really wanted to. Cook was their high price. That was their big free agent, even though Mafe got more money. I think the priority was Cook, and they just don't get paid as much as pass rushers. So let's enjoy him here. He's from Cincinnati, played at UC, clearly still loved Cincinnati, wanted to come back. I think this is fun. Just give him number 6. He's worn 6 the whole time, college and with the Chiefs. The Bengals have not given a defender a single digit or a weird number at all yet. So I would like to see that. And I give the signing, to me, he's the top safety available. You got a contract that fits your structure. You got a guy that wants to be in Cincinnati. I don't know how you can complain about it at all in free agency. You can't do any better than that. The Bengals get an A for this signing. Good job, Bengals. I mean, we don't get to say that too often, so let's relish in it. Until next time on Bengals on the Brain, presented by First Star Logistics. Hoo day.